Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Ayy, coming down like precipitation. I ain't never met a limitation. Hater plotting my elimination. Gotta go to Google for the information. I'm a superstar, so I gotta shine. Top dollar be the bottom line. Bottom feeding dotted line. Turn your heart rate to a dotted line. Yeah, my zodiac probably dollar sign. Got the energy to win it, I'm feeling great. Got a date with destiny, focusing on my fate. I don't give a f what you rapping, you been a fake. I'm everything that they ain't, it can't be, it won't be. Wanna see me fall, I can't go, I won't leave. Coming from the block with plain clothes and police. Straight up to the top with bankrolls and rollies. Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Ayy, 12 can't really stop, so I'm still pushing like a mosh pit. Ice dripping, think I'm hot, in a yellow bucket with the mop stick. I've been jugging jams like wholesale, everything must go sell. Hitting with the old well, need 100 milli on the low scale. On my worst night, I'm the best, wouldn't mess with you, couldn't cap to him. Homie spotted me like 700, brought 1100 right back to him. If I can't do it, then it ain't real, I just make dollars, I don't make deals. I've been going hard in the paint, still blowing kush clouds till I can't feel like. Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Got 5 on it.
Don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone? 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun?
Yeah, his baby said that they don't got a future like that. It burns, so give him something worse to kill his head with. Make him forget somehow. Might be that another day she would've wished he stayed, but they're done. Sorries won't be enough this time. Yeah, he's calling all his friends to get some action and distract him right now. He's fine, got Lucy on the line, let's get this started. Where's the party tonight? I feel good, nothing weighs me down. I can't believe my luck right now. Red eyes while he said, don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone? Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart, it needs a little kickstart. 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Ooh, who needs a job to pay the rent is busy. Gotta feel free sometimes, right? What doesn't make you will only make you stronger if you believe what they say. Might be that another day she would've wished he stayed, but they're done. Red eyes while he said, don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone? Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart, it needs a little kickstart. 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun?
Ladies and gentlemen, with a little bit of technical delay, we have finally managed to slay this dragon. Let's go ahead and get started.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone, for joining me tonight. You are watching the Late Night Crypto Charts with your friend Road Dogg.
That's me, y'all.
And right now, I am taking a look at Bitcoin. And man, is it boring after that big crash. And now we've just leveled out in this, basically forming a range. Well, the most hopeful scenario that we would have had with Bitcoin, and it looked like it may have had the chance to have done it, was this nice little possible Adam and Eve double bottom that we had going on there. But then we started going sideways, leveling out. Never got our confirmation for this pattern. So when we zoom out just a little bit, let's take a look out. Oh, let's not go that far. Let's go to the 4 hour, where we had this big, ginormous drop from 29,000, right? Huge. Ouch. In the game, you're hurting. If you was ready for it, you rode it on the way down. Best case scenario would have been a V-shaped recovery where prices was instantly just ate back up and started going back up there. Even a delayed recovery. Oh, okay. Well, it took us a few days to wrap our heads around what happened. And, oh yeah, Bitcoin. Better buy. No, we're ranging. So there was a possibility, we were looking at that as the possibilities of getting a bounce up here to this area, about 26,724. But as more data presents itself over these hours, and that was a measurement from this double bottom here, which never confirmed. We just started ranging. To make a long story short, without getting too boring or too drab, the longer we stay here, the more likely we are to actually visit some lower prices. So we have to keep that in mind. That's just a little bit more bearish than I would really like to be. Zooming out on this, let's go to a different chart. This one's not as cluttered. That one's not as cluttered here. This big drop that we had, basically forming a pennant, being that price fell down into this pennant, therefore makes that very possibly a bear pennant, with a measured move that would be from this move right here, the length of the pole for the flag, so to speak. No bueno in that situation, and I'm not saying that this has to happen, but the longer that we kind of stay in these ranges, the more likely we are to see that happen. We'll take a closer look at some parameters there in just a second. But this measured move is around $22,200. So let me go ahead and just mark that quickly. Go to my templates, hit measure move, and voila, I'm done. So there is our target. Clean up my chart just a little bit. Zoom out. Here's my play on Bitcoin. We fell out of this channel. Broke that. The possibility of this being a bear flag is, well, it's quite real, people. Quite real. Our other option is to find support here and then start to come up and do a bearish retest of this area, essentially making what is known to us pattern traders as a head and shoulders topping pattern, signifying that a trend reversal has indeed happened. That would look something like this, and we could come up as high, really right around 28,000, but 27 may be as far as we get there. We can take a look at that as it comes and later on, but that's the pattern or the price action that would most likely play out from this break. The other option is with this bear flag, take another nasty drop, whether it be straight down or hit some levels and then down. So not in the scope of the months to come, not pretty overall. So it's a great time to make a plan about what you want to do with your crypto bags. If you're holding bags, it's a great time to make plans what to do if you're trading. Because if you weren't prepared for a drop, most of us saw a drop coming. I don't think most of us saw the intensity of that drop getting below a certain point on the daily. Looking like this would hold very strongly. It didn't even touch there. It just plowed right through it. That's why I guess that's what's so shocking, that that level at 27,000 did not hold. Shocking enough that the trend line didn't hold. And that was at 28,200. But yet here we are with all that force and all that momentum and sell off and liquidated positions and stop losses and everything brings us down here on the daily. And what is about to happen on the daily is what we see play out on the smaller time frames with this lovely non-moving average. We blow this up. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to the 9-moving average. Very young little sprite, likes to dance around like crazy, but that is your initial mover. When she's in a happy mood and you're riding above her, that doesn't sound right. That's what it is. You are in an uptrend and you're going up, thrusting up and moving up, baby. You're going. But when you're beneath her, oh, she's going to ride you down. Down, down, down. Shout out to Grizz and Strega. Hey, how's it going, guys? What's up? Had a little difficulty getting started tonight. Had to redo it. Hey, Chef isn't out. Road Dog is always like a smooth glass of water. So fresh, so clean, so easy on the ears, so relaxing. I appreciate it, Chef. What's up, guys? So I'm sitting here just talking away, just about Bitcoin. But this 9-moving average, we're beneath her now, and she's riding us down. Sometimes we get away from her. We have to run way to the downside to get away from her. She's going to catch up with us. She's going to draw us back into her. But right now, this 9-moving average is crossing the 200, right? Well, this is, this is big. That's enough to give us a little bit more of a thrust down. This is on the daily, so we're going to see this like, mañana, something will happen. I don't know. Just saying what it's kind of implying just so far. We'll drag some other indicators in here and get their opinion too. Also, we've got the 21. It's diving over the 100 moving average. So there's some more sell pressure coming. 50 is starting to turn down. That's not so great. I do like that we still got some momentum and inertia here in our 200 and our 100 moving average. So they're starting to curve over though. That's worrisome. Very worrisome. There is still more than a snowball's chance in hell of them correcting out a little bit. They haven't deviated too terribly for some wild ass Hail Mary to come in, but still, it's not looking good. It's like Johnny's in the ICU. We need to attend to this right now. That's kind of where we're at. We're just kind of waiting in the waiting room, kind of seeing. And this thing gonna live? or is it gonna go in a coma, go down? Chris says, when Snowman in the Discord shared that there is an inefficiency on the weekly on Bitcoin, down at 17,285. I don't think I'm part of that conversation, but that's intriguing. Let's go to regular candles. Let's go to, where are you? Come on, baby. I know you're on here. This is the CME chart. An inefficiency on the weekly. I don't know what that means, but interesting. We do have some gaps down here. Whether you believe in that theory or not. On the regular market, legacy market, it makes perfect sense because trading is Monday through Friday, and that's how these occurs through the weekend. In the crypto market, not as much sense. I wouldn't think that they would hold as much strength if you think about it, because this is a global 24/7, 365. These kind of things don't hold as much weight, but it could probably give you some insight as to how much weight that the people who play that type of game have in our game, if that makes any sense. It says, no, it was for you, bro. Got to zoom in, but there is a gap. It's at 17,285. That was right around our key up. Oh, right there. Because if I'm not mistaken, that was our actual high from the last time, right? That's what I was thinking. That was one of the quoted ones from 2017, was right 17,000 area right there. So I want to check that too, but well, I bet that was confusing with that big wick. What'd I do there? Put that back. Lock that up. Yeah, what? Hats off. Who is it? Win Snowman? Hats off to him for catching that little detail. Definitely would have. Easy to miss, especially with that moving average cutting through it. If you're using moving averages, wow. Yeah, you got to zoom in to catch that. What's that? I got, but that's not been filled. Interesting. Now, can we mark this little guy? Appreciate that, Grizz. I would not have known that. I knew about these areas. I think that was on the daily, but that was on the week. Oh yeah, very cool. And that's what it was actually doing during the day. Huh. How interesting. Chris says they do come in and fill eventually most of the time. Whew. I think we still got one somewhere down around 9,600. But that was the craziest one, where it gapped and then came back and filled it and then left a gap while it was filling it. That was just, what's the odds? Wild straight east out, cry. So on the daily, we got not a green, it's not green candle on my screen, but it's, you know, it's an update green handle, man. So it's indicating a possible trend move to the upside, and that's what I'm hoping for. Let me go back to our other charts there. So I'm hoping that, you know, we do get a bounce in this area, get a little bit of a bearish retest of the breakout, basically. Okay, now we got things back up here. Which one is this? This is Coinbase. Oh, this is one where we're looking at smaller time frames. But yeah, depending on how you're looking at this, a pennant, bear pennant. So sometimes they can just pin it out and go straight down. This one's got a lot of buy pressure up here, though. A lot of wicks coming in, giving it a little bit more of a falling wedge, especially that possibility in the smaller time frames. But now we're just leveling out and going straight. Either way, most of these shapes down here, as far as patterns go, falling shapes are usually good, but ones that go sideways, iffy. Ones that goes up, not usually good. But like I said, the longer we stay here, the more likely we are to kind of dwindle down and just come down. But we should know that soon. Looking here on the 1 hour, all these moving averages are coming around here. Our next one's quite a bit away. The next one is the 200 up there. So I think the 1 hour is going to be a little bit of a key, just depending on seeing how that price reacts with it. Right now it's losing, not looking all that great. The 1 hour looks like it's about spent right now, and that sucks since it's kind of on the bottom of that trend line. If you're looking at it as a triangle, looking at it more as a range, well, you can expect us to be coming back down to about 25.8, something like that, somewhere through there. Well, which little guy am I looking at? Well, it must be this one. It's all marked up like crazy. So at the moment, I'm just kind of trading this range. And so I'm schlonging. I've got a mixtures of longs and shorts out there. Just nickel and diamond. Essentially, with crazy ass leverage in between these zones. And it does good until I get caught up in chop. If I get caught up in chop, then it starts slowly draining it away. But just focusing mostly on those bigger moves there. Not too bad. I am no seasoned professional or anything like that. Will not claim to be, but still feeling my way through some of this day trading scenarios here. Because you got to stay on your toes, man. It's so far it has been a lot of work with a smaller payoff than say swing trading or even your long-term holds. Although you got those you have to be patient and wait for those moves and get in at the good times with those as well. But you don't have to sit in front of the screen all day. Kalash is in the house. Hey, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. So Bitcoin's basically just doing sideways. So that we know that's where we are in Bitcoin. And the key here or one of the things that we want to look at is Bitcoin dominance. How's Bitcoin dominance doing? Because we want it to drop. We want it to drop. If Bitcoin dominance can drop while we go stable, with Bitcoin, alts like that. They like it. They love it. They want some more of it. So daily we're here, but it looks like it wants to get a little bit of momentum and dominance go the other way. Maybe finding support here. Moving average says a little bit different. So we're showing up right here with a new daily candle. Should see a little bit more bearish activity here. Hopefully we'll get that break out of this level here, but that would be huge. That's actually a big thing that we're looking at right now is Bitcoin dominance. When you zoom out on the weekly, we're retesting the top of our range here. This is the support resistance flip that we made right here. They're in this big jump up, and now we're coming back and retesting it. So altcoins live or die basically by this. Because if Bitcoin dominance bounces here and starts taking off, oh man, altcoins are going to take a hit. But if we lose that area, we got a good chance to see some improvement out of altcoins. And so, crucial week right now as far as that goes, right? So the weekly looked like we could do it. The daily's teasing with us. Moving averages say, yeah, it's coming. Just give me a minute. The price action's just down here playing around at the bottom, just la 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 la. It doesn't know it's getting ready to be hitting the head here. Apparently, that's what I'm seeing. So that should come, bring us into, maybe toward the end of the week, we'll have a bit of a stronger close if that plays out. Ooh, time for a water break. Chris says, I finally got that BLZ short again, thanks to the snowman. Snowman sounds pretty awesome because I was looking at BLZ earlier today. Thinking, man, I should have really bought that sucker at 5 cents. What was I thinking? I have my eye on too many things, apparently. Still do. So definitely. Excuse me, just one moment. Public service announcement here. Excuse me. One moment. Pardon me. Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me. Pardon me. This is possibly the worst time. The worst time to FOMO in and buy Blue Zell. This is not the time to say, damn, that's a hot coin, man. I need to put that in my bag. Fight those urges. Don't give in to the temptation. I know, it's hot. It's a winning trade right now. You've been making people some money. It wants to go to the moon. You want a taste of it. So you want to be in that winning trade too? I know, but please don't. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Don't eat the candy. I know that 21's crossing that 200 moving average, and then you're thinking, gonna get that one more bump up. It's gonna get that one more bump up, baby. I can do it. And it might, maybe, it might go up one more penny. But I'm just saying, it can only go up so far. Only go up so high before it topples over and takes you with it. Just fight the urge. Just fight that urge and wait. Follow the 21, my friend. Follow the 21. The 21 says, at the moment, and it will change. But listen to the wise words that the 21 says. At 0.76 cents. I know, it seems crazy right now, right? Never see that again. That's halfway down. Just wait, baby. Just wait. I can't turn the music off. Oh my God, are we stuck with sad song? Jesus. Okay. But nice run. Excellent run out of Blue Zale. Nice gains. Gosh, look at that. 155% gains? Ooh, just a matter of days. Oh, I wasn't looking for that little baby. Good time to see what was going on. This one popped off, but I guarantee you there's probably some very similar charts out there. We'd say we had a falling wedge with a dull breakout, right? Maybe some kind of type 2 tracement there. Made a double bottom here and then took off. So interesting. So when you get all psyched up for that big breakout of that falling wedge, which is 68% of the time, and you're wanting, ooh, that moon money real quick like, well, it may not come so quick like. It may look a little bit like this. So it's good when you see volume. You want to see like, this is volume down here, right? In this area, that's the volume. You see that on the breakout? Oh baby, yeah, you got a good ride. Lackluster one, there's a lot of things it could have done though. And it could have freaked a lot of traders out. Oh, this is a losing trade. This is going nowhere. I can't find what I'm freaking looking for, man. Why Trading View? I just feel like when I get on here live, you just switch everything around on me. I know it's probably not the case, probably 100% not the case, but it sure does feel like it. And I'm awful suspicious about that right now. Just wanted to put that out there in case you're listening. That's not even what I was looking for, was it? So nice breakthrough. 9 moving average over the 21. The big one we look for real solid up movement on the day that would be the blue one, the 50 moving average crossing over that. That's your official buy signal. You can get prepped before then. But nice, so we can look for some other patterns similar to this and some other things. Kind of looks, you know, we had this go on in another bottom here and that dropping handy to the upside. Yep, failed. It wasn't down to the bottom. I mean, it looks, or it's in a range. Yeah, okay, in a range. More than likely is, but this is the bottom of it. So now this little guy's got like this inverted head and shoulders type pattern. It's actually, well, does it have a good neckline? Not the greatest neckline. It does from here on. We got a couple of wicks there messing it up. So I wouldn't expect that to play out entirely. It may make another. You never know. like kick-ass move out of this. And so you guys are talking about shortening it, I think. And yeah, definitely good shortening area right there. Although it looks like she's still got a little bit of more steam in her though. So we got a wick right there, right? Let's do some guesstimation. Guesstimating, procrastination. We're going to estimate is the word I'm looking. Estimation. Not procrastination. The biggest concern I've got here, Blue Zale, that it may not be prime shorting opportunity is, well, there's a couple. But the Ichimoku cloud being so spindly over here, if you can even see that right here, and so far away, with these things going on, she may have some more room to go. Great. After I just gave that FOMO speech, now I'm saying, all those people are hearing, I think he's telling me to buy. No. I'm just saying, I think it's on a bigger run than this. For whatever reason. Definitely way up high. So let's just say, what did the fibs say? If that is a top, it could be a top right now. She suggests 18 could be possible. If that were so, and price did come up here and we pulled a fib from that swing low to that swing high, do you find it interesting that maybe that this area that was a support resistance flip would happen to line up with the 618 Fibonacci area? Because I find that very interesting that price is now for a potential, this is a futuristic by hindsight look, theoretically speaking, but looking through this in reverse backwards and maybe taking a curve here or then, doesn't it look like we found rejection here at the 382? Those are just questions I had in my mind that I spoke out way too loud, way too soon. Forgive me for that, but that is my guess speculation. Currently, as she stands, though, pull back to the 0.5 area would be in line with this 9 daily moving average, which may be a good entry for somebody. Maybe want to take a chance on further up movement. I think it's got further up movement. I think it can go further. Just from what I'm seeing going on here, I don't know. Let's zoom out and look. How much gas has it used already? The monthly say it's getting ready to rev up. Monthly is ready to rip on this sucker. The monthly say it's time for Blue Zale. I am so sorry that I gave you a lecture on FOMO. I am so sorry. Perhaps that was premature. Don't FOMO. Seriously, don't FOMO. But I see some bullish stuff going on with this thing. All right, so Blue Zale is piquing my interest, so now I'm going to have this one on my radar. I'm not going to buy at a crazy price. Oh man, stupid. For anyone got into this at 5 cents, pretty awesome. But if this monthly is correct, okay, if we're starting to turn around here, if going by the weekly, you can't deny it. That's 3 strong weeks right there. So let's see if there's any moon boy potential here for some kind of wild parabolic movement. Normally on these things, we got an area right here to get past. Support resistance area. Let's try to keep our senses about us, but it's already wicked through that. It punched a hole through that. Now we want to put our limits up to its wicks. That was here. It went up there and got rejected, but then it came back and it punched through like Bruce Lee. The stochastics are high, but that's nothing. They can get pinned up there while the price just keeps on going. That's why you can't really depend on them until you see them coming to the downside. Then you know, hey, that's when it's coming down. You celebrate just because it reached the top. Well, there's a lot of things that can go on after the stochastics reach the top. But it is very helpful if you use it with the RSI, I have found. Well, then the old Fibonacci. Touch here, touch there, touch there, touch there. 4 touches on that juicy price that I never even thought to buy at it. 4.6 cents. Dumbass.
Yeah. You want to look at the other coin.
You're too busy driven over Casper. So the target that we had here, measure move there, was at 18.21 cents. Comes up really close to this 382 fib level. So that's going to be a good target. Definitely could find some rejection there, but some other areas to contend with at 23 cents. This is just the basics, my people. This is just the basics. But they're tried and true. They work. Go back and backtest this. Fibonacci stuff always plays out. You don't go back and look and say, oh gosh darn it, Fibonacci just almost had it there. No, it's pretty much, it's usually, if it's not, then maybe you didn't draw it right. Maybe you have to look at how you drew it. But it's pretty dang close. Fibonacci. So, man, I'm telling you, this, like I said, not the place to FOMO in. Let's make that perfectly clear. She's going to have some trouble getting past that 13 cents. There's a measured move for this. There's 2 ways to take that measured move. One would be this move. Just make him a line there. Put that at the breakout point, and that takes you to right, basically where price is now. For my measure move. That right here. So that was the first one. The other one, I'm going to treat it as such. Takes you just right under where price worked up to. So, that's the extent of this before we start seeing some rejection. That's what the measure move is. Hey, that's where we're going to should find the most resistance that may turn this trend back down a little bit or cause a correction. And so don't FOMO in now. It's got to come back to this non-moving average. I'm telling you, at some point, it's got to, has to. It's just written in the code. That's what it's got to do. That was on the weekly. On the weekly, that comes in at, it will change. It will go up a little bit. Well, right now it's hanging about 7 cents. This area on the daily with the 21, about 7.7 cents, somewhere through there. It's basically what we got our eyeball on. So trying to find an area to get in on this before it starts taking off to some of these other places. If you can catch a move now, well, 11.5 cents at that 382 would be juicy. It's currently got a pullback. It's at the 236. But right down here at this non-moving average, I still think most of these candles touch it. Most of them do on the daily. I would be targeting that. It says right around 10 cents. It's currently at 10.5 cents right now. So a lot blues out for that. This would be a juicy area, but that would take a retracement. That would take probably breaking this 9 moving average. If we break that 9 moving average, this uptrend is definitely over. I don't think this uptrend is really over up until we get to about 18 cents. So I'm going to say that right here is a juicy little bar zone between 10 and 12.3 cents. If you want to take that risk to FOMO, I just wouldn't advise against buying it at its current, what the hell is it? 13 cents at the moment. That's all I'm saying. Could be totally wrong. Maybe we'll just go to $10 tomorrow and make everybody millionaires. I don't know. I'm just telling you what I hear the charts whisper. I lost the chat. Where did the chat go? Here we are. Let's back up here. Sometimes I feel like this looks giant. And I forget that you can't see that through some of the things I've got on my screen. Oh, dog, you crazy. Sometimes. Kalash says, Peppy, bear flag on 4 hour, ready to take the wick down? Let's go take a look at Pepe. All right. I'm eyeballing Blue Zell, though. On the daily, I'm eyeballing it. 4 hour? When you tell me 4 hour, you got a chance? 4 hour looks strong as hell. There is some divergence forming there, so there will be a pullback. The 21 or 50 moving average. Usually, if it's got various divergence, I'll be looking at that 50 moving average. So that's what I follow. I think I'm a moving average trader. I like them. Let's go check out. What is it? The frog. La Rana. Walusi. It's Cherokee. And you said a bear flag on the 4 hour. Oh yeah, that could be. It's got that wick. Sometimes they can do a double bottom. Let's see what you got. You got the 50 crossing the 100. That should give us a little sell pressure, but that 9 crossing that 21. Both of those, yeah, that should help. That should help. It may be what gets wicked, gets candlestick. I'm kind of expecting that on Bitcoin too. And definitely Bitcoin does that. It'll take some of these altcoins with it. Peppy. All right. So, okay. So, yeah, definitely could be. If it is, then yeah, it's a hellacious move down. They've already broken structure. Oh gosh, man. I've got a Peppy. Oh gosh, my account's down $8,000. Road Dog, you suck. This is my paper trading account that I forgot about. It was up $10,000 in profit, and I couldn't get it to sell or something. Apparently now I'm in a lot of longs from whenever. Anyway, Peppy was one of them. What does that say? Is that $675 on Peppy? I got Peppy. Oh, it was a long time ago. 14. Paper trading is not real, people, but it's fun. All right, 4 hour has had a green dot with some momentum to the upside. She did. Can't tell what the hell I'm looking at now. I'm back on Bitcoin again. What the hell, man? What happened to Peppy? Peppy? Was I abducted by aliens again and went through that time warp? Is that what it... Is it 3 days later? I zoomed in, didn't I? Okay, so... So, yeah, you can definitely look at that way. Although... What sucks is when sometimes if they do break trend, this happened to me earlier today on Bitcoin with something I posted in the Telegram group. On a 1 minute short, I had a breaking trend like this and expecting it to come down or maybe come up just a little bit, right? And then come down. But if it's a bullish trend, because it looked like it was doing exactly what this is doing, right? Well, that sucker just kept on going up before coming down, and that sucks. So we may be looking at sideways on this too, or a bear flag. There's a lot of buy pressure still coming in, and some of the indicators here on the 4 hour are saying, hey, might have a little something for you. Stochastics for one thing, or wanting to go to the upside on the 4 hour. RSI turning down right now. That might be in the favor of more down action. So far, so good. But I got a nice bump up from that one. And likely to get rejected there, I would think. I'm just speculating, just gesticulating, speculating. It's under a signal line there, so and that's the little duck head thing is a little tricky. VWAP, volume weighted average price, so far wants to trend upward a little bit. Momentum waves are starting to turn around. Stochastic is going up. These are all positive signs here on VMC. The other ones are kind of iffy and maybe down. Those are positive. So there's some mixed signals going on here, and it being a double bottom formation. I got to zoom out, man. I just got to. I can't make sense until I zooms out. When it doesn't make sense, zoom out. Area we're at right now lines up with that wick right there. Ba-doom. We just bounced off that wick area after this other week that we had before, or indecision candle, and we kind of just tested the waters there. That one matched up with this wiki wick for a double bottom scenario there on a bigger scale. Probably saw it. Just a little higher. Still under the 9 though. Lost that about 4 weeks ago, right? Okay. Ooh, that don't look hot. She don't even look interested in crossing over that 21. Just riding right under. That's, yeah, I don't like that. So good to see that. She crossed over here. She said, I'm done with you. Okay then, yeah, no, I'm starting to think it is not the double bottom. But down here could be. So that would be the area to contend with. 82, is this Satoshi's? This is whatever cents, 82 fractions. We're down to whatever digits, 82 to 88. It's currently at 108. You do the math. It's a 20% drop. I doubt that the extent of this would play out. That wild crazy target takes us down to about 58. And I think your doable target would be right down to about 64, 65. Down to about 65 with the happy little trees. Happy little clouds, happy little lines. Happy little ski areas being broken. There's some bullish divergence over here on the momentum line. We can see how well that played out. Got rejected at the 50 on the daily. Just looking for some key things that there's some bullish divergence there. Daily. And on our RSI, we're going up right here. Make sure we're getting the right picture. Make sure you're doing the right thing. Don't lead anyone astray. No, it sure is. It's going up. It's going up, baby. Look at that. Look at that. It even got support on it right now. It's got support on it right now. Look at that. Look at that. It's finding support. There's some support. I'll support you, baby. I'll support you. I'll be there for you. So it's got that's not hidden. That's the strong kind. That should be the stronger bullish divergence to give us a pump. That's reversal signal on a daily. Yet it's not respecting it. Moving average is saying, you define divergence? You define divergence? If it's defined divergence, that could only mean one more thing. Price will continue to come down while the RSI continues to go up. Maybe to retest this line. I don't know, man. If it keeps doing that, we're definitely looking at some lower levels here. Some crazy stuff gonna pop off, man. I'm saying, man. But you got falling price, you got falling volume. You can get that reversal. It could happen. I'm surprised that hadn't happened already. Dude, you got some mixed signals here. But you also got the 50 still on top of the 100. That's bullish. 50's coming in at 137. The 100's coming in at 136. It's just riding right on top of it. So it's got that Hail Mary aptitude, or that is it Hail Mary? It might be able to pull that off, man. It needs something to come in though. It's got to have some volume come in. But it did here. So now after that, it had some come in right there, pumped it right up, right nice and pretty. Peppy, man. So, given that, this looks like it's a 786 retracement when we start talking fibs. We were just talking all this other shop talk there. That's an 886 retracement, dumbass. You're sitting on the 786. So those are some reversal signals to me. That's another reversal sign with bullish divergence there. Peppy getting ready to do something, baby. Moving averages don't look like it, but Peppy getting ready to do something. In my personal opinion. Go, Peppy. I buy you right now. I'll just FOMO into Peppy right now on my paper trade. I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna move my average down. I'm down $600 in Peppy on my paper trade. Create a new order. I'm going to buy how many units? How many? I don't want. Hey, I can get to pick what I buy it at. Of course you can, dumbass. It's trading. I was going to buy it at a 105. I want to get to. I don't know how much that is. 10 million. What's 100? Can I do that? I just bought me 100 million Peppy. I don't know what that means. Is that 2 cents worth? Strigger says he's distracted tonight. I'm distracted tonight. I'm going everywhere. Checking out the chat real quick. So, Peppy looks interesting. I think you. I'm just surprised it hasn't pumped already, but it looks like it may have a little pump coming. It says I just got in and sold under 11 cents now. I wish I would have held half, but all goods at least. Didn't round trip it. There you go. Stricker says, rest in peace, Peppy. Hey, welcome, Antonio. What is Bitcoin up to? I probably need to know that too, because I'm in some crazy short-term trade. There is still that hidden divergence right there on the daily, signifying. I mean, that's helping to support my theory that we may be doing the inverted head and shoulders. So I'm looking for signs are saying we're going to come up, or could possibly bumping up, and that's what I see if we do. So that's my overall thesis, I guess, long term. Our other option is pretty much to come down with this bear flag. So they're going to go up or it's going to go down. Don't you hate that? Right now it's going sideways, and that's freaking that. I don't like that, man. That's the longer it goes sideways, the more chances it has to go down, right? So I'm actually I'm really more hoping for this head and shoulders so I can straighten out some altcoin things I've got going on, right? But I'm currently in a short, if that makes any sense. You know, it's all relative, I guess, to the time frame that you're on. Currently sitting here, and this is beautiful range that I've been playing. I thought I had it on this chart. No, it's the ugly chart right here. So that's what I say pretty much overall. This is on the hour, just trading sideways in a range. Got a swing low to swing high in there at the 618 retracement, about 25,983. If we lose our area here at 2632, and she seems to be dropping. That's the next target area right there on our way down. And basically, I would not be surprised just to come all the way down to this bottom of this range and then start going back up again. They like to do that in these accumulations. So this may, they may just drove price down here to accumulate for a while and bore us to tears and stuff. Who knows? I don't know. Or it could be still a bear flag getting ready to head down, but those don't always play out. Remember, there are some, I just think there's always clues in the analysis to give you, I just think there's clues here. There is a Adam and Eve over here, and it didn't play out. It doesn't until it breaks above the range before it becomes valid. But I think, just little signs in here, I think may give us some clues. Maybe it's optimistic, but that's just kind of how I read this sometimes. So as far as it being a pennant that will just immediately drop down and we'll lose this level and fall, just kind of like what we did over here, because that's typically how a pennant would play out a lot of times. Now it's just going a little further out. Now we're just now we got a channel. So now we got a potential local bottom, if anything. And what I foresee is that bearish retest, which would give us that shoulder that we need before we come down further. And I guess we'll talk about that then. One chicken at a time. One egg at a time. Don't cut all your Yeah. Antonio says down sounds good. My concern was, the ranging kind of, I was hoping for, Adam and Eve to play out and we'd start working our way up. But this wick down here, 25.2 on Coinbase, I think it was like 24.8 on MEXC. But I'm looking for the possibility, and that's why I'm really shorting, other than just being in the range. But I'm trying to catch the shorts up here and just play them. But the possibility that this may break and we come down and retest these areas that we wick down to, maybe, or at least maybe down to the second wick, maybe 25.5, 25.6. That's when, and doing something like that before coming up, kind of like an inverse cat ears kind of idea. So I'm holding that theory. Oh man, back that up, dude. Kind of drew that one too long. But shorter term, that's what I'm looking for. That idea of something like that. And maybe come down even lower. Look down lower. But the indicators, man, our indicators are spent on the larger time frames. Just down at lows, but yet there's still some room for them to go a little lower. I mean, I'm not convinced that they are bottomed out here. So I'm watching that carefully. So my guess best plays have been at the moment treating this as a range, but you know, it is going to break out up or down at one point in time. And what I'm looking for is to see what it's going to do on this 9 moving average, because that's my key. That's my indicator on the daily. That determines if you're in the upward trend or a downward trend in my book. And currently it's just come down to me price. So we got to see how price reacts to it. And if it acts favorably to it and jumps above it, and currently it's at 26,130. So if we can get price back up above 26,130, well, here I get on the daily. I'm sorry, I was the 12-hour. Damn it, Road Dog, you're stupid. 12-hour would have just sealed that for me, but Jesus Christ. The daily looks bearish. Daily looks bearish with that 9 moving average crossing over that 200. There's no way around it. That looks bearish. Will price come up to that? I'm not looking for that. I think in this situation we're going sideways until it meets it, and then it's the same thing we're looking in the 12. The 12 can give us a clue to what to expect, maybe. So I still want to see what this does on the 12. That can give us an idea. On the 8-hour, it's still below it. So that's kind of bearish, being below the 9 on the 8-hour. On any time frame, if you're below the 9, that's bearish. And as I joggle down through all these time frames and see us still below every one of them, well, I'm leaning bearish on this. And here we are on the 1 hour. It's coming down, baby. And so the question in the short-term time frame is this bottom going to hold here? We had this mess up here, so we just got, we lost the center part of this range, which is right there, and just coming down. So I'm playing it like that. So I will have some limit order set here on futures. Basically, that's all I'm doing. I've just got my hodl bags and the things that I've been collecting and everything on spot margin. If Bitcoin does go up and altcoins do go back up in value, I plan on rearranging a few things again, and just waiting for the possibility of a further drop in Bitcoin and maybe again in altcoins. I like your $9,600 gap. I like your $9,600 gap too, Chris. I like your $14,000 gap. But well, we didn't go over many altcoins, but then again, altcoins aren't really, not really doing so hot. AGIX is just killing it on the downside. It's doing a scallop pattern here, so there is a possibility it may find support here and get a bounce up by the pattern. What do our other signs tell us? Could it happen or not? He's bullshitting. What's he saying? This has got a chance for some more upward motion. It's still kind of a bear pennant too. I'd say we probably see that on a lot of these. But again, I will stick with that. If you're below the non-moving average, you are bearish, my friend. And you're below that non-moving average on so many things. So sometimes scallops do play around, usually about almost to where they start, but then they start getting a little bit of a relief rally. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. Could also be this inverse. Why would you have an inverse Adam and Eve? And every inverse backward cup and handle to the downside. Would just look at my key levels here, but things are getting. It's a little tiring here. As far as the bears pushing the price down, they're getting a little tired. Wow, but they still got. So he doesn't range until it's not. The AGIX, man, you suck, dude. You're supposed to make me a millionaire. So everything is down. Q&T's been holding very well. I mean, it's been ranging pretty much around $100 or a little bit above for too long. Way too long. It is in my juicy buy area. Did you really come down here to $85 and I missed that? What date was that? Was I traveling? Man, I have been away during some critical price action. I'm normally available to the charts pretty often. So I like these wicks. They can also signal a bottom too. So that's something to look at. Price is leveling out here. So it's just an idea. 85, that's nice. So hopefully price with Q&T overall will at least stay stable. Geez, I don't need my Q&T bags to start dumping. Still above the 9-moving average on the daily, barely. Lost it on some of the others though. So you may be able to catch this, maybe $97. Catching this under $100, I think. It's good to nibble if you're trying to build a bag where it's in decent prices. Let's get a mad drop, but I doubt that we see $50, but then again, watch me have to eat those words in 2 months. Who knows? Sprigga says, let a lot of wild orders, eventually one will hit. There is that shotgun strategy. I've been still trying to figure out this rep thing, man. I swear, I mean, I'm not getting any news on it and stuff, but the chart's looking okay. That's what's so confusing. I mean, it's starting to round out and bottom here, like it's getting prepped to try to do something. That's just, why is it trying to do something if there's nothing there? So still watching that for maybe a degen play. Definitely not for a long-term hold or anything like that. So if you saw the video, make it known that I'm trying everything I can to say, hey, not good for a long-term hold, although it was a freaking awesome trade. Loved it. Thank you, Token Metrics. So we could be looking at this. Now, this is Litecoin, believe it or not. Don't kill me on this. This is just a theory. Can we take a moment just to talk about theory? There's this wild, crazy theory, man. This crazy, man, this theory that Litecoin kind of leads the way. Yeah, I know, man. I know. It's totally bonkers, man. But hear me out. Let's just say, what if we are in the twilight zone? What if the world really is just totally bizarre and not what we think it is? What if America really is an all pot pie or apple pie, a cherry pie, and Chevrolets? And what if it is something like homelessness and riots in the streets and corruption at high levels? I mean, I don't know. But let's just think, what if we live in a different world than what we are in? And Litecoin is a front runner of Bitcoin. This is very similar to what we got going on here, really. We got that wick down, and then we got the range, and then it bumps up ahead in a range so far. Regains the 9 moving average there. Just something to think about, just something to look at. It's still in a bearish formation overall, but it actually does something. Because it could still be a bear pennant to the downside. It can. But short term, just something to keep in mind on the back burner. See what it's doing. See if Bitcoin kind of wants to play along the same rules. Dogecoin is also rumored to have those deep Illuminati connections to Bitcoin through the secret 5 galactic alien race. There are a lot of UFO things and references on my channel, but that is just purely for decoration. I am not a UFO freak. Phenomenal. I think they're interesting. I think it's just the truth about the story is I saw the little green alien. I fell in love with him. He's so cute. So Bitcoin's a little bit on the lower side than what we saw, or Dogecoin is a little bit on the lower side than what we saw in Litecoin. Really, Doge is under the 9, kind of like I think Bitcoin is at the moment. Doge look iffy, so it's kind of wild that Litecoin looks so bullish, isn't it? Just interesting. Antonio says he grabbed a bag of Cyber Connect yesterday. Up a little on that. Hope it's not a rugger. Cyber Connect. Let's check it out. What is it? It may not even be here. I bet I have to go to Dex Tools or somewhere, right? Cyber Connect. Cyber. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm not familiar with this one. Well, hey, if you're playing with them and it's only got 100 million, hey, hats off to you. I mean, small amount in circulating supply, but the first thing that catches my eye is a smaller market cap, especially when they got them in the billions and trillions now. Extremely crazy low market cap at 2,000, 11 million in circulation. Price is this in Bitcoin though, right? Oh, I'm in Bitcoin. I forgot I traded. No wonder that stuff don't make any sense. Good. Okay, so here we go. Oh gosh, that looks like a bargain. Market cap is 54 million. Okay, that. Oh wow, $2,000 market cap. Tell me more. Okay, so that makes a little bit more sense. That's fair game. That's a decent place to buy it, because I mean they can easily go to half a million, maybe up to $1 billion. They can. But I mean you can easily add a zero into that for a bull market, just right off the bat, especially at these bottom areas, right? So what you got going on here? Current price is what, 417, something like that. This is what the market structure looks like a big bowl. Came in at $6 and it's just held value throughout the month. Is it only a month old? All-time low was 4 days ago. It was 374. So nice little bump up there to $5. I am totally on the wrong place to figure out what this thing does, because CoinGecko doesn't tell me. So hold your eyes. There may be a bright light. There always. See if that page will load there. See what this little guy is. Cyber Connect, on-chain friends last forever. Check out Cyber Connect's new official website, CyberCo. Built with Cyber Connect, Cyber on Binance. Cyber Connect is a Web3 social network that enables developers to create social applications, empowering users to their own digital identity, content, connections, and interactions. Okay. Censorship resistant smart contract. to record users' content and social connections. Interesting. Okay. What's this button do? They have an announcement. This is the new CyberConnect. It looks just like Home Depot. Whoa! It really is like Home Depot. Wait, hit the shelf. Okay, CyberConnect / Home Depot on Binance. All right, so interesting. Okay. So it's a governance token, I guess. Giving you voting power. Payment for Cyber ID. Cyber could be used for payment when purchasing Cyber ID. Could be a gas token. Currently, it doesn't sound like it is anything at the moment. So that's just something to note as a possible part of the development, or partial rug. So that's just kind of things you have to keep in mind. Could be. That's an interesting way to phrase that. It's available for trading now. Cool. If Binance is behind it, I mean, they do a fairly good job of vetting things. So that's interesting. Who does have you? Binance and Bitmart. So maybe. Interesting that MEXC doesn't have it, or KuCoin. Interesting that MEXC doesn't. And maybe they will. That would be some interesting news. It might also give it a bump. But low market cap. Coin. Low supply. I mean, on those fundamentals, it's, or tokenomics, it's got a shot for upside. As far as the project, I don't know, man. I'm not really clear what you do yet. Are you a method? You're a vehicle for people to do Web3 development, social development networks, and it's for developers. So how sexy is that going to be to the general public? Because the gains that you're looking for may be coming from a sexy project rather than a, hey man, check out my new protracting tool. And I don't mean that. I mean, it could do great. I'm not saying anything bad about it at all. But there's just coins for everything, it seems. Too many coins out there, growing every day. Everybody trying to get that market share. Everybody trying to get Bitcoin's market share is basically, and now Bitcoin and ETH's market share. Striga says he didn't get more Doge. It's at some fairly juicy prices. 4 to 6 cents in Doge, I think, is a yum buy levels. That usually, so far in all the bull markets, you know, those price levels have panned out fairly well, from what I can remember. We're 17. How'd you do in 7? Oh, we don't have it back here. I was about to say, wow, man, where'd 17 go? 2017. This one's only got it going back. This is Binance. Oh, because Binance wasn't here, right? I forgot. I forgot how new Binance was. That was back in the Bittrex days and Polonio X days and the other exchanges that ended up rug pulling us all and taking all our money. Back when crypto adoption, crypto being talked about in legislation, back when crypto being actually respected by institutions or even being bought by institutions that was a dream. And here we are. So that milestone's been reached, and the next step is more of your global adoption. Just your everyday people get more and more involved in implementation in society, using it in our products and services. So use cases, I mean, they need to have some good use cases. It just seems like a lot of the memes are just getting all the attention now, when you know there's got to be some actual things, projects out there that are actually going to make a difference, actually going to, or have some kind of effect, solve some problem with blockchain using the token. We're not just for it just being a governance, but and something that makes that token have a real solid case or purpose. This is what I'm looking for. Haven't really found one that won me over purely on those things yet. Dogecoin, you coming back down, baby? Juicy areas for accumulating this. Great DCA area here on the wiki on Doge. Be a great time to have some dry powder. All right, guys, the time is now 12:30. I appreciate you for being here and join me tonight. If you can, hit that like button before you exit. Remember, we do have this competition going on as I work my way to 1,000 subs. When we reach 1,000 subs in celebration, I'll be giving away 3 Tangem wallets. Should be a coupon code that you can plug into the Tangem website and have a set of Tangem wallets sent your way. And I think they send just about everywhere. And as I fumble around here and just kind of mumble around in my speech, I can finally find, where are you at, man? There's so many buttons. Is that you? There you are. Oh, dude, were you up there the whole time? I could have sworn I had that one up there. If you need to buy a Tangem wallet, you can use code DAWG, get 10% off. I think that brings it, they're about $50, and I think that brings them down to about, I don't know, about $43, $45. But back to the giveaway. Leave a comment or something in the description below on the live streams. Mention the word Tangem just so I can make it in big letters so I can spot you out real easy. There are 3 ways to win. Details in the description of the videos below. But I'm going to be scrolling through and picking out, so I got to see Tangem whenever that day does come. All right, guys, until tomorrow night, trade carefully. Hopefully tomorrow will be a better day, but man, Bitcoin, baby. I'm treating it in a range. That is my approach at the moment. Just playing this little baby in a range, and it's very tedious and boring, and I'm getting kind of just tired of it, actually. But we'll see what she's doing again tomorrow night. You guys take care. Appreciate you for being here. God bless you all, and be grateful for all the gifts that God has given you in your life. Everything comes from God. Get some God today.
Come on, come here, bud. Come on. You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze. Every word that comes out is a lie. Make it look like it's so ice. You won't make it to the finish line. Now if you gotta know the truth was gonna let you go. You was fine, never mind, unpredictable. Feet eye off the ground, you ain't no one. You a star, blow it up like supernova. In the nighttime, hit my hotline. Sharing secrets, you wish really was part your life. Basic bullets, with no bullets. Does your wifey know you're begging for my notice? Promise you're the same, running for the meds. Sure you like my vibe, that's my candy on my wrist. Bad habits, little rabbit. Now sit down, you can have it. I see it when you walk my way. Nice big, come and play with me. Freaky dog. Got a whole lot of love for my dog. I see it when you walk my way. Nice big, come and play with me. Freaky dog. Now show how freaky you are.
So I'm just gonna be away for 1 hour. Please don't break anything. And I might have a surprise for you.
Give me a miracle. I need a syllable.